Hi, I'm Bob Keiser, Vice President with the Financial Markets Research Group at S&P Global Market Intelligence. Thanks for previewing this week's edition of the Lookout Report. Consensus expectations for calendar year 2016 S&P 500 earnings per share continue to plummet, and yet the stock market remains stable near this year's highs. Is this the latest rendition of irrational exuberance? Or is there a more fundamentally sound and rational explanation for investors' newfound bullishness? Global industrial activity appeared to grind to a halt in the opening months of 2016, pushing investor anxiety to the edge in early February. Subsequent economic data, however, failed to confirm an impending global recession scenario. The U.S. added 245,000 new jobs in February, followed by an additional 215,000 gain in non-farm payrolls in March. Solid back-to-back readings of the U.S. employment situation were reinforced by upward reversals in both the average manufacturing and average service sector purchasing manager indices for the U.S., Europe, and China. With the benefit of hindsight, the high degree of pessimism on display in late January and early February at minimum turned out to be premature and could yet prove to have been misplaced entirely. Investors have certainly breathed a sigh of relief, returning the S&P 500 price index to 2100 this past week from the 1829 low seen on February 11th. Furthermore, the S&P 500 forward price earnings ratio has now rebounded to an excess of a 17 forward valuation multiple from just 15.2 on February 11th. Upcoming high-profile economic data, including the U.S. employment report and the purchasing managers' diffusion indices, need to confirm that recession risks remain minimal and that the U.S. economy remains on a generally solid footing. If upcoming economic data meets or exceeds consensus expectations, there will be fewer reasons to be concerned with existing elevated stock market valuations. For further thoughts on this topic, plus additional cross-asset class insights from S&P Global thought leaders, see this week's Lookout Report titled, Seeking Confirmation That the Economic and Market Outlook Has Finally Turned the Corner. Until next time, I'm Bob Keiser with S&P Global Market Intelligence.